Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Today is January 4th. It is 6:30 in the morning, and I am doing my January TBR. Tried to do this last night. It didn't work out so well, so this is me redoing it. So, lots of books. I tried to keep the list down to under 20. I don't think I did that very well. So, we're going to start with audiobooks. So, I own two of the audiobooks. Or own physical copies of two of the audiobooks that I'm listening to this month, and they include At the Water's Edge by Sara Gruen and His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik. I have read Uprooted and Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, but I haven't read this series yet. It's supposed to be really good, and I own the first three. Ones that I don't own, as far as audiobook, own physical copies of, Forever is the Worst Long Time by Camille. Pagan, I started this last month. I got 20% through it and I stopped. Mostly because things were going to hell in a handbasket and I just didn't want to listen to anything. Then I got Everything I Never Told You by Celeste. I don't know what that book is about. I also don't know what Next Year in Havana by Cleeton, I think that's how you say her last name, is about. I think it's a Cuban story set in the 1950s, 1960s. The cover looked beautiful, and somebody I follow on BookTube had read it, or was planning on reading it, so I figured I'd pick it up. And it's a popular book physically, but Overdrive had the audiobook version of it, and it was no problem. This is also a good time to mention that I started a new library TBR jar, on top of my regular TBR jar picks. So these are all the library books that I have picked up over the last year and either not read or read and loved and don't currently own physical copies of. So Next Year in Havana, and then the only ebook on this list so far was Wolf by Wolf by Graudin. Those were the two library TBR jar picks. And then out of the other TBR jar, we had At Water's Edge, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Two more that I picked out yesterday. Oh, Just One Damn Thing After Another. And I don't remember what the other one was. There was a fourth book that I picked out of the TBR jar yesterday that I'm not remembering what it was, because I picked out four. But so, Just One Damn Thing After Another I have to get through this month. Color of Magic I need to finish. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman I need to read. The House of Gaian series trilogy by Anne Bishop I really want to finish this month. And then Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I started listening to the audiobook of this and I got in that reading slump and I didn't want to do anything anywhere, audio or physical, so I need to finish this book. Us by David Nichols. It's a divorce book, so it's about finding adventure while you're trying to stave off divorce. So that should be interesting. And then the last book that I own that I'm reading is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I just picked this book up yesterday. It's in my January haul video that I posted last night. Love this book for so many reasons, and it's great. Alright, and then the three library books that I currently have outside of what I showed you. The Light Between the Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth. I think that's how you say her last name. So this is Chronicles of Narnia-ish. Like what happens when you go into that world and then you come back after you've lived this entire life. How do you settle back into your life in the real world? So it has the vibes to me of Every Heart a Doorway. So I'm hoping this will be good and funny and thought-provoking. Getting back to Happy, because I need to get back to Happy because it's been a while. And then finally, The Secret Ingredient of Wishes by Susan Bishop Crispell. Basically, young woman has the ability to grant wishes, and she moves to a town where somebody bakes wishes into baked goods. So this will be love story-ish. I think it's like a paranormal urban fantasy thing. So yeah. Anyway, that is the TBR for the month. Let me know if you've read any of these, and I will talk to you guys soon.